Micah is on you. Craven, 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 Kai Bang, Kai Bang, Kai Bang.
Chat!
Chat? Can you guys hear me? Wait, what? What's wrong? Can you guys hear me? Are you okay? Whoa, are you guys okay? You guys seem very shocked. Alright, I'm glad. Oh, Smokescreen, can you do me a pin favor? Can you pin me the GamerSupps cup? Today's the last day to get the GamerSupps cup. So if you don't get it today, oh shit. It's gone forever! If you don't get the Shaker Cup today, chat, it is gone forever! Last day! Actually, do like this, bro. Here, I'll do it. Last day to get my waifu cup. No, I'm good. I'm gonna make a new one. Code. Do that. That's good. Oh shit, for some reason, you guys are not connected to my Twitch. Uh-oh, did Twitch do something funky with their API? What's up, Kratosh? Uh-oh. Was there an API update? Oh wait, hold on, it's going. Wait, let me see, yep, there we go. Okay, you guys are connected? You're good. Okay, chat, I'm coming live. Beware, for I am coming live! Finally! Live I am coming! Chatties! What up, dogs? What up, bitch? What up, sexies? What up, sex maniacs? You hunka dunkas? You vaginis? You penile erectuses? You fuckity fuck shits? You. What's wrong with me, chat? I don't know what's wrong with me. I am a VTuber. I am. Chat, I am having a little bit of a. Why so mean? I'm sorry. It's just sometimes, there's like words you want to say, but like society doesn't let you say them. And then so you like bottle them up inside you. And then one day they just kind of come out all at once, It's like fuckity fuck shit vagines.
Yep.
It just comes out like an explosion. Hey, Jufo. Thank you so much for 52 months. Hey, do you guys never experience that when it literally just like comes out? Like, all these like beautiful descriptive insults you've had brewing in your mind, and you're like, you sniff my fuck nugget. You know what I mean? It's great. It happens. So chat, today is Halloween, which means that today's the day the little shits come to our door and ask for candy. I'm kidding, lovely children. The lovely children come into our door to ask for candy. To be honest with you, I do enjoy handing out candy to the little shits. I'm kidding, to the little children. Okay, I do like giving out candy. The one thing that I do not like, though, okay, is that sometime in the night I get tired, and I can't believe I get tired more fast than the kids coming to my house trick or treating. Yes, I know. I actually get tired sooner than those kids. That I just put out a bucket, like a big bowl of candy outside, and it's always the grown-up kids, like the preteen kids that just come and just like grab a fuck ton out of the bowl. Greedy shits, Chat, we should plot revenge. Jobo Briggs, thank you so much for tier 1 for 48 months. How about we put Gerald out there so that one of these preteen shit buckets.
4 years.
Hi, wow, that is a long time, Jobo Briggs. And we put him out there, and then if any one of them try to take more than a few candy, He gives him a fucking lesson. You know, I don't know. This might not be a bad idea. I should have come up with this way before, way sooner. Why do I always come up with like the best ideas after the fact? You know, why always after the fact? Smoke, we're not Smoke. What's wrong with you? Okay, sometimes like I love my friend Smoke, but sometimes I'm just like I get a little worried, right? Because this fuckwit says shit like this, right? Like, hold on. Smoke. Do we need to arrest you? Hi, Spagooter. What's up? Do we need to arrest you, Smoke? Okay, I think we might need to arrest you, buddy. I think we might need to send you to jail. Okay. He's European too. My God, he gets so like excited about the fact that Americans have free gun rights. Bro, chill out, man. Chill out. Anyways, what was I saying? We Europeans are nasty? I never said that. There's only one European in my chat that's nasty. And that's Smokescreen. I'm also handing... Okay, you're banned. You're getting banned. What the fuck, bro? You're getting banned. You're getting banned, bro. Not you, Smoke. Someone else. Someone else. No, someone else. It's just, Right, we're jealous of your gun rights, right? What? That's not even what oh my God, this fuckwit. Hold on, chat. Sorry, can I? I'm gonna argue with somebody. When did I say this? Hey, fuckwit. Hey, Jester Sketchbook fuckwit. When did I say this? When did I say that? What is that? When is that? When did I say that? When did I say that Europeans are jealous of our gun rights? When? You literally said it 2 minutes ago? Roll the tape? Okay, fuckwit. I'm talking about Smokescreen. Does Smokescreen represent every single European in the fucking country, you dumbwit? Sorry, not country, continent. Wait, is Europe continent? Anyway, does Smokescreen represent every single fucking person? You dumb fuckwit? I don't think he fucking does, you dumb fuckwit. Also, by the way, Smoke is king in Europe. By the way, Smokescreen, I'm now representing the whole European continent. Yeah, he now represents it. He's the representation of it. By the way, also, I said Smokescreen is excited about the fact that America has free gun rights. Do you know why? Because Smokescreen owns a fucking gun! But I'm talking about him, motherfucker! I'm not talking about fucking Europe! Tenfold, thank you so much, Tier 1 for 30 months.
Love Micah 2.0.
Nico's got roid rage today? Yeah, I do. Because I fucked your dad last night and he had a lot of steroids when I drank his cum out of his penis shot. It was just like getting a fuck ton of steroids all in my system. Miko, did you start eating candy early? How did you know? How did you know? How did you know? I had a bowl of gummy bears before coming to stream. How did you know? How did you know? I literally this whole morning. Okay, we have a whole bowl of gummy bears, and like I just been before the shit kids come and take all my candy. I started eating all of them. Okay, like I don't want all of them to take my candy, so I started eating them all. What wasn't the gummy bears? They're just packaged gummy bears. There's nothing wrong with them at all. What? What? What's wrong with me inhaling gummy bears? What? Are you sure your candy isn't contaminated with something? What would it be contaminated with? Anyway, I love my candy. I love my candy. I had a few. And I'm kind of craving a bit more, to be honest. We have so much. We have so much. We have so much candy in the house. Like, my Korean grandma, like, always puts the candies away. Oh. Ah, yes, candy. Wait, 818, what is that? 818.
Yes.
Ah.
Candy.
So, that's cocaine, by the way. That is cocaine. I have cocaine on my desk and I sniff it. I think if I actually take this, right? If I take that, okay, and I go like this. Oh, it still works. That's awesome. Obviously, I'm kidding. This is not cocaine, chat. This is magical candy dust, okay? It's obviously not cocaine, chat. Come on now. Let's be real here. It's obviously magic candy dust. Jesus. Where are your legs? They were wrapped around your dad last night as I missionaried the fuck out of him. Chat, I think the candy changed me. I think I had too much gummy bears. Hi, Oli and Eva. What's up? How are you? Maybe I had too much gummy bears. I think I had too many gummy bears. Bro, I if you saw my desk right now, it's literally just like Haribo packages everywhere. Those little shits will never take my candy. What kind of gummy bears are we? Gummy bears, huh? Gummy bears are we talking about? I got the Haribo gold bears. You know, the ones that come in little packages. You know, I have so much of it at home. Oh my god, I kind of want to get more now. What the fuck? Those are for the kids, Miko. What the fuck? They don't need that much candy, bro. Okay, they don't need that much candy. Why do they need that much candy in their life? Okay, they're going from door to door, getting even more candy. Like, every single neighbor is giving them candy, so why can't I eat my own stash? Why can't I eat my own stash? Hold on, I'll be right back. Anyway, as I was saying, I'm telling you, chat, these kids don't need more candy. These kids, they don't need more candy. Like, why do they need more candy? They get candy from every single neighbor. Do I get candy from every single neighbor? No. I don't think so. Candy. Oh wow, these are really tough. Almost sound like baby teeth. Oh,
Scariest thing this Halloween is Code Miko on a Sugar Rager.
What the fuck? I'm not short, you motherfucker! You're not fucking 5'4". I'm the tallest in my Korean family. I'm the tallest of all the women in my family. Do you know how tall I am? I'm like a fucking Laffy Taffy. You fucking stretch me out. I'm like the tallest Asian in this fucking state. Why does gummy bears make me angry? Chat, I'm telling you, chat. Today is the day where I will find everyone in my Twitch chat that's been naughty and I will eat their ass. Hi, Watermelon. Thank you so much, Tier 1 for 16 months. Thank you. 167? No, I'm like 163, bitch. I'm 163 centimeters, bitch. I am so tall. I'm so tall, chat. I'm so tall. Twitch chat, she's on gummy berry juice. I'll come on you. You know, today's like, I don't give a fuck day today, chat. I honestly, today's a day I don't give a fuck. Today, I feel like today's a day where I'm gonna say, fuck the world. The earth is flat. I don't give a shit. Fuck this economy. Fuck everything! Yeah, bitch, I can't die. I can't die. You know, my Friday started off really shitty for me, so yeah, fuck everything. You know what? That's right. That's how I feel. Today is an angry day, so don't just watch it. Watch it. Anyway, so today, chat, I woke up, I looked at the world, and I went, darkness.
Trick or treat.
I looked at the world, and I went, death. You know what, Ninja Gato? I got something for you, too. You ready? You ready? I have some insults coming out your way, you perverted fuckwit. You are a pervert cat, and you piss on furniture. And you don't even know how to properly use a litter box. Bitch. I'm about to roast my chat today. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Where's my chat? Where's my chat? Where's my chat? Nobody is safe today. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Who should I pick on? Aha! Two luck! You got a tiny pee-pee! Yo! Tiny pee-pee! Saurus! Okay, who's next? Who's next? I am... Okay, let me think, who's next? How does she know? Because I have a camera in every single one of your houses, chat. I look through the toilet. I'm one of those creeps that like watch you as you poop and shit. You know? I'm kidding. Anyway, let me see. I'm kidding. Why would I want to infiltrate your poo-poo network? Why would I want to get into your internet piping in the toilet? Wait, chat, is the bidet controlled by the web? Huh. Anyway, okay, let me find somebody to be angry towards. Some are. What the Bruh. Why are we handing everything to the net chat? We're giving our souls away. Miko Bidet. Smokescreen, get the fuck out of that username. I know this is you. Smokescreen, get the fuck out of that username. Delete that fucking thing. That's embarrassing. Okay? It's not my username? Wrong? Then who the fuck are you? Undercover? Who the fuck are you then? Alright, I need to install one more Twitch chatter. I need to install one more Twitch chatter. Gilzer's not here. Let me see. You know what? I'll pick the classic Smokescreen. Smokescreen, come here. Smokescreen, you ketamine drinking, horse shit shooting, horse cum shooting into the vein ass, bitch ass, cunt face, vagina penis. Yes. You protein horse cum drinking shit. No, he's not the horse. He drinks horse cum. Miko's not. What? Miko's not. Okay, chat. How long does it take to compile you to compile it shaders in UE5? I don't know. Like 2 minutes? Sometimes more. Depends. I thought Smokescreen was your daddy. No, I birthed him out of my cloaca. He came straight out of my cloaca as I shot out my piss and cum. Chat, I need to stop being angry. I need to be happy. Candy. Closed mouth? How about I pinch your little dick mouth so that you can't piss? Thank Miko midget? You know, I'm gonna get a monster dong and shove it in your mouth. Flippy! Flippy, I haven't seen you forever! Flippy, how are you? It's my Flipbit. Flip it, I'm angry at my chat today. I've been giving them raging insults. Rico, it's time to sleep. It's already 2:30 a.m. or you never sleep. Hey, fuckwit! The earth isn't flat! Time zone! There exists something called time zones! Cunt face! Sorry. I'm having a lot of candy. It's making me very angry. Happy Halloween, everyone. Ah! Not again! Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. The negatives. Why so angry? What did I miss, chat? Chat, explain to Flipbit why I'm so angry. Explain! Explain to Fitbit why I got so angry. Miko is hungry, I was. And then I had a bunch of gummy bears. I had a bunch of gummy bears! Did you forget your tampons out again?
Nuclear launch detected.
I come back soon.
I bet this will calm you down.
Did I leave my tampon in my vagina again? Is that what you asked me, bitch? If I left my tampon inside my vagina, wouldn't I be in the hospital? Bitch! If it was stuck in there, wouldn't I get a fucking plumber to plumb it out? Bitch! Bitch. What a stupid question. What a stupid ass question, motherfucker. Anybody else have any stupid questions they want to ask to us, chat? Anybody? Anybody? No. No, I don't think so. I did not think so. Are you sexy? Why, yes. I mean, well, why? Why, yes, I am. I'm very sexy. I'm one of the sexiest streamers there is. You see? I have a hot body, as they say. Kind of broken wrist, but what the fuck, whatever. I'm scared of angry Miko. Don't be scared. I'm not that angry, chat. I'm actually pretty fine. I'm totally fine today. I'm not angry. I am happy. I'm very calm. In fact, I've never been so calm in my life. I am happy and shit. I'm very calm today. I have never not been calm. Everything is really good, you know? Everything is just like so fucking good. Like I've been more emotionally stable than I ever been. Chat, I have a question. If somebody's like, I've never been more emotionally stable in my life ever, does that really prove that that person was emotionally stable? Dead ass chat. One time I was in a very abusive relationship, and this dead ass guy was literally like, I'm more than emotionally stable ever. No. Dead ass chat. Dead ass. No, that means they're on the brink of oh, Jesus. Yeah, sounds like a great person. Very stable genius. Also, okay, wait, chat. Have you ever
Stable.
Have you ever met somebody that, okay, never trust? I have met these types of people so many times. I feel like this is a common thing. I never trust anyone that claims that they are intelligent, more intelligent than others. I don't trust them. You know, I don't know. I feel like I've met a few people who like claim, who like outwardly say, I am more intelligent than other people. And it's just such a cringe thing to say. It usually indicates that they are way. Have you heard of the Dunning-Kruger effect? It just proves that they're Dunning-Kruger, man. I wouldn't say that unless I'm pretty close with that person. I don't know. I think it's so cringe to say I'm more intelligent than others, because it's like, at first I'm a firm believer that the wiser and the smarter people actually believe that they're stupid because there's so much more to learn. Because that is the truth. You are so stupid as humans. Like, as people, we're so stupid because we're so we're so controlled by our emotions. Like, I mean, did you see what happens to me when I eat a bunch of Haribo gummy bears? You see what happens? Like, I personally think, like, humans are so, even if you're super emotionally intelligent, right? I still think humans are stupid, like, just default, because we are, no matter what, we are swayed by emotions. We are swayed by logical fallacies, that I just feel like if you're truly intelligent, you will never call yourself more intelligent than others, or I'm an intelligent, like, and that's also like you're comparing yourself to others, which I'm putting other people down, which I also think is like kind of a, I don't know, I feel like it's a dick thing. Anyway, like I said, all in all, I am I don't know where I was going with this. I just started yapping, bro. There's an infinite amount of things we don't know exactly. And I feel like it's a blessing to know that you're stupid, because then you become like a sponge. You become more open-minded to learn. I feel like the most stupidest people I know are closed-minded people who think they're already intelligent. Who just claim that they are intelligent and that they're it. You know, they are the intelligent being, and so close-minded. I feel sorry for the smart people who have to deal with the stupid people. You mean like everybody? Everybody?
I'm very smart.
I am very stupid. But like everybody, go on the internet and oh my god, you just get angry. It's not even, oh god, I can't, bro. Can you imagine though, back in the day, right? Back in the day, being like a scientist, like back in the day, right? Who's the guy that said that the sun is the center of the universe, and everybody mocked him and forced him to like take it back? Like, who was that guy? Who was his name? Galileo. It was Galileo. Can you imagine like being Galileo or Copernicus, or, you know, back in the day, and you try to tell people that the Earth is not the center of the universe because of your scientific findings, and everybody ridicules you, and you're just literally surrounded by fuckwits, bro. That must have been so frustrating. Everyone tried to cancel him too. Okay, here's my honest opinion about cancel culture. I feel like every single person in this universe has done at least one thing that is considered cancelable. I don't think anybody's perfect. I think every single person has slipped up and said something that might not be like agreeable. And I don't mean curse words, or I don't mean slurs, by the way. I mean like just generally something that is ignorant, right? I feel like every single person in the world has said something very ignorant that could have gotten them canceled if they were a public figure. So the other thing that I really don't like on the internet that makes me upset is people that are social justice warriors, but they're so hateful. Because I really believe that canceling or being really super overly social justice online is just a socially acceptable way to express your hatred. Because I think these people that are really hateful, that like go off in such a hateful way, like I'm using the word hate a lot, but I really 100% believe that they just have a lot of hatred in themselves, and they're using like social justiceness to like have it be socially acceptable to express their hatred. Anyway. Ahem. Gummy bear! Gummy bear makes me angry. One more. Just one more. Just one more. I promise. This is my last one. This is my last one. I'm getting the jitteries, so I promise this is the last one. Last one. I promise. Mmm. You know, Twitch streaming, the streaming culture is so toxic. It's so toxic. You know why? Here's the thing. Here's the thing, right? In every single platform except for
Are
Twitch.
these those sugar-free gummy bears off Amazon? If so, better stay close to the bathroom.
Okay. Every single other platform besides Twitch, right? You can form your own little island, become successful. Do you know why Twitch is so toxic? It's because Twitch is ruled by just a few
Balls.
high viewership individuals, and unless you're like kissing ass and sucking dick, if these people decide to blacklist you, your career can be like basically non-existent and over. And that's why Twitch creates such toxicity at like high school behaviors. But I believe though. I really believe though that it's like you're much more freer when you do your own thing and you focus on your content and like you don't go into the whole that circle of like, you know, lots of brown nosing, yeah. But not everybody tries to. It's just like, it's not really, I don't really blame the streamers 100%. I don't really blame the streamers. I actually blame the platform, the way it's set up. You know? Because if you on every single other platform, you can actually get discovered through your genuine talent. You know? Because other platforms actually have good discoverability. I honestly blame the platform, the way the Twitch platform is set up. It's set up to actually like help with this type of like well, how do I explain this? It's like the platform encourages this type of behavior. You know? So I really think it's Twitch. I think it's Twitch as a platform. What's up, Finot? How are you, man? So I really don't think it's the streamers necessarily. I really think it's just a platform, the way it's set up. Yum, 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 yum. ASMR, sorry. Okay, that was my last gummy bear. That was my last gummy bears, okay? My last gummy bears. Last gummy bears, I promise. Last gummy bears chat. Last gummy bears. Last gummy bears. Chat, as humans, right? As honestly, okay, I do think I do think like sugar makes me mad. I do think so. It's like all of a sudden, everything that makes me mad just comes up tenfold. Match. But chat, chat, you know what is so what you're saying is you're going to transition over to being an OnlyFans streamer. The amount of people that make OnlyFans comments, I'm not talking to you, later necessarily. I'm just talking to people in general. The amount of people that use OnlyFans to try to insult me in comments and shit, I feel like they're the ones that's asking for it. It's like, wow, you really want that OnlyFans, don't you, bitch? You really want it. I spread my bussy, I don't give a shit. But I just don't want to. Okay? I don't want to. So, whatever. Honestly, like... honestly, I don't believe there's anything wrong with sex work. Listen, I feel like it's hypocritical to hate on sex workers if you watch porn, right? And also, sex workers are humans. But personally, I just don't feel the need to do OnlyFans right now. Why? I don't find it very inspiring at the moment. You know? I just don't find it fun or inspiring to spread my pussy at the moment. Right now, yeah, I say right now, because what if I'm like 75 and I become the hottest grandma in all the internet, and for some reason my menopause makes my hormones shoot up and I find sex work inspiring. And then I start like doing incredible only grams content that makes millions. But like, as I said, right now, I don't feel the urge to spread my pussy. It's just not inspiring to me, man. I know some people might look at this and be like, shouldn't you not do it because it's morally wrong? I personally don't believe it's morally wrong. Why? Because, well, everybody watches porn. So if you think it's morally wrong, then stop watching porn. You know what I mean? So I just feel like it's hypocritical, you know? So that's why, for me, I say I just don't feel inspired to spread my pussy right now. Maybe when I feel inspired to do so. But again, the whole point of me bringing this up, though, is that there's so many people in the comments, you know, with Technician, when she does thirst traps, they're like, when's the OF gonna start? And I'm just thinking like, oh man, you're just asking for it, man. You just keep begging for it. I don't want to do an OF right now. Maybe, as I said, in the future when I feel inspired to do so, maybe, but no. Anyway. If you stop watching porn, God sends you porn in your dreams. That's... Oh, I don't know why I read that comment. I find it weird that people criticize sex workers. It's just another work. Well, I find it especially weird when they watch porn themselves, when they are the consumers. It's weird, right? But yeah, the other thing is, like, people have an issue with, like, girls taking sexy photos of themselves, and it's like, let the girl be confident. Let the girl be happy, bro. Let the girl be the girl. I have to say, I'm gonna speak as Technician right now. When I do like those thirst traps and post it on Twitter, I never look at the comments. I never do. Sometimes they pop up in my notifications, and sometimes I accidentally glance over that I didn't mean to. But 100%, I don't really look at the comments. What goes in my mind is like, oh, I look cute. This will get engagement. Yeah, why not? I'll post it up. And I post it. And sometimes I post something and it gets no engagement, and I'm like, yeah, okay. But sometimes I get a lot of engagement and I don't like the picture and then I delete it. Sometimes I delete the picture and with no engagement because I just don't like the picture. I don't know. I really don't think too deep into it. But you know what's interesting? When I was at TwitchCon, I had a few interviews with like news people, and they were asking me about the pictures. They're like, "Oh my god, your content's so alluring now." And they're like, "Why are you doing that?" And I'm like, "Because I thought I looked hot." And then they're like, "Wait, was it to like pay for the project, etc.?" Like, no, I thought I looked hot, so I posted it. And he's like, "Well, I mean, what are you gonna? What about your fanfics? What are you doing with that money?" I'm like, "I use it to pay my bills." And then I'm like, "It's not that deep, bro. It's not that deep." Anyway, tits. Wait, chat. Let's talk more about what makes you angry. You don't invest in scam coin? Let's talk more about what makes you angry, chat. Chat, I have a question. I've already declined this. I've already declined these sponsorships, but let me ask you something. If an NFT sponsorship came up to you and said, "I'm gonna give you guys $200,000 cash if you promote this," would you do it? Oh yeah, me too. I wouldn't either. I declined it. I was gonna see if anybody would say yes. Next question. If this NFT sponsorship gave you $1 million, would you do it? What if they say $1 million cash there? Would you do it? What's $1 million, chat? Depends who we're gonna scam. Okay, you're scamming the crypto bros. Your audience is the crypto bros. Because you know that your other audience won't buy it, but the audience that will buy it will be the crypto bros. Fuck yeah. Okay, type 1. An NFT company comes at you with $1 million. Would you take that sponsorship? Make it 3 million? I had to say it, but yes. Okay, I'm so glad that my Twitch chat can be bought. No, I'm glad you said this because the thing is, it's honest. It's honestly, like, in this economy, bro, in this economy, you gotta think about yourself and your family, man. Take that $1 million. You know that the only people that are gonna be buying this shit is like dumb crypto bros anyway. Even 100 grand is a huge portion of a house. To be honest, chat. To be honest though. If it's an actual scam, you have to say no. Actual scam, say no. But if it's not a scam and it's just something like kind of a shitty product, then it's like, I mean, the thing is though, okay, I feel like there has to be a moral line. Like if it's something that involves like innocent people, like children, or like just gullible people, then like no. Absolutely not. But if it's like people that's like willing to spend, like if it's literally like NFT enthusiasts that like this shit, then it's like okay, well, you gotta feed your family, right? So I don't think I would ever judge somebody. I don't think I would judge somebody for taking $1 million of an NFT sponsorship that like targets crypto bros. I don't think I would. Especially in this economy, man. Especially in this economy. But anyway, as you know, I have declined the NFT sponsorship. True, all NFTs are scam. Well, you could also, I don't know, isn't like NFT and crypto, all of it could be the same, like scam? I don't know, chat. I don't know, like, is NFT and crypto, isn't it both a scam? Gambling is also a scam if you think about it. If you think about it, gambling is also a scam. But I actually... Okay, I'm gonna say something really controversial, right? I actually don't think gambling is that bad if you can do it responsibly. Like, if you're a responsible adult and you go to Vegas and you just want to have fun a little bit, I think that's okay. I think that's fine. And I think, like, it should be, like, adult choice to go and do it if you want to do it. That's barely a warm take. Listen, Color Theory, if you know the internet, you know what's funny? I would think a lot of these takes are warm takes, right? But then you go on the fucking internet and people get mad, dude. People get mad. You know what's crazy? It's like, people like... I know that, like, the statements I say isn't that controversial, right? I get it. In my heart, I know it really shouldn't be that controversial. But listen, I've lost the faith in warm takes and thinking things are warm just because the internet gets so mad at every little thing, man. They get mad at every little thing that, you know, for me, it feels like everything becomes a hot take. People have no sense of scale proportion. No, I just think people are just mad these days. Have you guys noticed that? I just feel like people are just mad. It's all the gummy bears. It's all the gummy bears. No, but for real though, like, people are just so mad these days. And they have so much anger and hatred that they forget that even, like, for me, people can be ignorant. And then they can be taught and they can change. It's not something to be so mad over. You know what I'm saying? Like, people can say ignorant stuff because people make mistakes. And as long as, you know, they're you know, they want to learn and admit their flaws and they want to change, it's like, okay, good, cool. It's not something to get mad over, you know? Of course, like, there's obvious things to get mad over. If someone's obviously trying to be hateful and a dick and, like, trying to spread the hatred, like, I get that. Like, trying to spread harm, then yeah. But even then, right, the best way to change that person's heart's mind is through kindness. I don't know if you notice, but, like, when you disagree with someone and you just get more mad and hateful towards them, they're gonna double down on their stance more. But if you actually treat them with kindness, they start to soften up and start, like, lending you a listening ear. You know what I mean? Did Migo say something bad she's trying to get ahead of? Oh my goodness. I have said so many bad things. I've called people Juters. By the way, that is not a real word. That's not a real word. That's not a real word. That's not a real word, by the way, okay? It's just something that, oh bro, I have to explain. Oh no, I have to explain this. Oh, okay, let me explain the origin of this word, okay? One time, I was on stream, and I was trying to rhyme a word. I forgot which word it was, but it rhymed with Hooters. And so I said Hooters, Mooters. I don't really remember exactly what others, but I said a bunch of words that rhyme with Hooters, and then I said Juters. And I caught myself for a sec. For some reason, it sounded bad. And I don't know every single slur in the English dictionary. I don't. And so, and as a content creator, you know, my heart skipped a beat because I was like, what if this is a slur that I don't know about? Anyway, so I was like, I asked chat, wait a minute, is this a slur? And my chat's like, no, it's not a real word. But because they found it funny that I was frightened and scared that I said a slur, they decided to double down and actually make it into an Urban Dictionary slur. Because they thought it was funny. But it's not an actual word. It's not a real word. It's just something that my chat loves to make fun of me for. And I have to explain myself every single time because now Urban Dictionary has it and now ChatGPT has it. So if you, in like 50 years from now, if this keeps on going, people will forget that it's not a real fucking word. Anyway, I'm gonna have one more gummy bear packet. Oh, chat! Oh, shut the fuck up.
Juta.
Chat. Today's the last day you can get my cup. Last day, chat. Also, chat. Chatties. 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 Chatties, me and Technician are officially splitting apart. We're splitting each of our socials one by one. Hi, Clownius! We're breaking up. Me and Technician are going through the... What the fuck? Me and Technician are going through a divorce. So... Technician has made her own TikTok. It's called Me Code Yuna. Follow Me Code Yuna on TikTok. She is breaking up with me. Who gets us, kids? She is breaking up with me, chat. She's breaking up with me. Me Code Yuna, yeah, because they didn't have Code Yuna, so who gets Gerald? Oh boy, the divorce is gonna be pretty complicated. The divorce is getting pretty messy and complicated. Why are TikToks kind of mean? They didn't mean to be. You know what is going on with TikTok? Okay, it's never that deep. Literally never that deep. You like for Technician, right? I'm trying to figure out how to do TikTok. Like, I don't know how to do TikTok. I'm trying to figure it out. So I picked the 2 trends that I thought were easy to do and funny. And that's why I did those 2. Because they were something that I could do and something that I could do easily. So but people actually took offense to my 2 posts. Like, the post. Okay, so this post here, this was supposed to be very lighthearted. This post here. Oh wait, hold on, chat. Oh god. This post here, chat, was supposed to be super lighthearted.
I'm single. You know what that means? Nobody wants us, bitch. You're
Okay,
single.
so that post supposed to be a joke, Supposed to be lighthearted, but bro, people got so butthurt. Not on TikTok, but like people got so fucking butthurt, and I'm like, bro, how do you see that and get butthurt? And then it just tells me more that they're probably lonely. And yeah, my TikTok's not that well known right now, so I don't get the match people on TikTok at the moment. But yep, not all my platforms are as friendly. Anyway, their booty score, because it hits them hard, but you're just outing yourself if you get angry at something like that, man. Anyway, so that was very interesting. Okay. So yeah, we're going through a divorce. Technician and I are getting a divorce. Hi, Unicorn. Thank you so much for the raid. So, I should have done this way beforehand. I really should have. I don't know why I kept our brands together for so long. I really should have split up like since 2020. The only place I have not, okay, so I still have, I made a technician YouTube as well. My Twitter has not split yet. So my Twitter is still me and technician. See, here's the real reason why I'm splitting, because I'm absolutely butthurt that my posts get less likes than technician's posts. Okay? I'm seriously butthurt that technician gets way more likes on her posts than my posts. You like your own posts? I do. I learned that you should. I learned that you should like your own posts. Because it helps with the algorithm, chat. You should like your own posts. It helps. But Tech gets so many likes because of Komiko. Well, why don't I get the likes? Isn't liking your own post is like down upon? I think that people do that just to like. Just think about it. Why would people get mad at you for liking your own posts? Why? Why don't you like your own posts?
Hello.
Because narcissist? Really? Like for me, right? For me, I heard that it helps with the algorithm. I heard liking your own posts helps with the algorithm. So, and I mean, social media is my career, so like, why wouldn't I like my own posts? Because I am filled with self. That's a strange thing to get mad about. Yeah, I don't know. Some guys writing a book and write an Amazon review on their own book and people trust them. Well, an Amazon review on your own book is a little bit different, I think, than liking your own posts. Although I would say, like, if you wanted to write an Amazon review, like, as long as you're being honest and you're saying, like, this is me and I'm writing a review, I mean, I guess that why not? People look for anything to push their hate. Yeah. I think I genuinely though I blame the economy. So I'm gonna make you mad Miko time. I blame a lot of people's self-hatred to the economy. Do you know why, chat? Do you know why? A lot of hatred and stuff comes from struggling people. It's because people are struggling and they're having a hard time living their life, and they think the world is unfair, and rightfully so. The world is fucking unfair, and so it breeds more hateful people, man. People are suffering, and it makes them big mad. Yeah, people are suffering. So I blame the economy. I really do. I blame the economy. I blame a lot of like unhappiness towards like just because I don't know. I can't fully fucking blame people if they're living miserable lives because they just can't get their basic needs, and it must suck. It must like that must make them angry. In fact, I think the one person that I knew in the past he's really stupid. Like, he didn't know that there was a difference between North and South Korea. Like, and economically, he struggled a lot. Like, a lot, right? And I think he's suffering even more now economically. And so he's turned more towards being like a crypto bro, a poor crypto bro that like really suck ass to like Andrew Tate and like, Trump and all that stuff. And it's because I really do believe it comes from like just, they themselves are struggling so hard, they don't know where to turn. They don't know where to turn, man. And so they look for something that's easy, that they can group up with. Anger, yeah. Your point is valid. Still doesn't seem to agree people disappear during a good time. Okay, I don't know what that means. No, he was not a pothead. But yeah, I just think like struggling people makes people angry and lash out and make them. And so I blame the economy. I blame the economy. I do. I blame the economy. I mean, at some point though, as an adult, you do have the responsibility of becoming an adult because not every person that's suffering or that's like struggling becomes an asshat. That is true. That is absolutely true. Our point is valid. Still doesn't seem anger people disappear during good time. That doesn't make any sense, bro. What does that mean? Anyway, people were always angry. Now they're more angry. Yeah, people. I mean, yo, chat. You want to know how Hitler came to power? You want to know? So I watched a really in-depth Hitler documentary the other day, right? And basically, Hitler thrived on struggling economies. When basically after World War I happened and Germany was punished by the Treaty of Versailles, and Germany started really struggling economically, a lot of young men had nowhere to go, and a lot of people had a lot of hatred, and they needed to blame someone. And so they started blaming immigrants, particularly the Jewish people. And then, it was really interesting. Hitler started to kind of lose momentum when Germany started to become better economically. Gross simplification. Obviously, this is a gross simplification, motherfucker. I'm summarizing. I don't have fucking 3 hours to recite the fucking documentary, you poop shit. Sorry, chat. I had a lot of gummy bears today. I have a very short fuse. The gummy bears are really getting to me. Anyway, sorry about that. So as I was saying, so Hitler knew strategically that he needed Germany to be struggling for him to gain power. The reason why people compare the Republican Party and Trump to fascism today is because they're kind of using similar tactics of blaming immigrations, using young, angry men to mobilize them into blaming something that's not themselves. And honestly, it's not really the people's fault, right? That the economy is so shit. I kind of blame the billionaires for hoarding a lot of the wealth. But again, this is very like political, and you guys don't really need to learn about my political stance of things. Anyway, what I'm trying to get at though is that I think we as a society should be careful in some ways though at demonizing young men, because I think there has been a kind of a movement demonizing young men. And I understand why there's this movement, right? Because when you go online, there's a fuck ton of manosphere, like really toxic manosphere places that say very bad, aggressive, violent things online. Okay, so I understand why, you know, people are becoming very wary of the fact that, you know, there's a lot of like violent rhetoric from young dudes on the internet. So I understand why people are starting to, you know, be very harsh on that. But like, I do think that people should stop demonizing young men, because doing that will inevitably cause more harm than good, man. Like much more harm than good. Because that's kind of how, like, you know, Hitler came to power. You know, because young men felt like they had nowhere to go. Anyway, most of them are manipulated minds that need a lot of help. While more men need to check other men. I agree. I 100% agree. I don't think this is a female problem. I don't think we're blaming women here. I think that we as a society, it's not pointing to genders right now. We as a society need to make sure that our young men are also okay. You know, I think we absolutely make sure that our young girls are okay and women are okay. But I also think that we really do need to make sure that our young men are also okay. Anyway, I didn't vote for a convicted felon rapist that was BFFs with Epstein. So listen, let's not get, okay, sorry, this is my fault. This is my bad. I don't want you guys to start hating on each other and arguing with each other. Young men are the worst, but demonizing makes them worse. Yes, let's not demonize people generally, is really what I'm trying to say, okay? It's scary how many Latinos voted for that fraud. Well, listen, if you want, listen, you guys already know I'm not a Trump fan. I can go on a spiel, right, about it, but I'm not a political streamer, right? For me, this is how I do politics. I learn about the policies. I agree or disagree. I try to take out all the noise, you know, all the jibber jabber, and I go and vote. And if I want to have a political discussion, there's like a time and place for it. But right here, this place, Twitch chat, I don't think Twitch is a place to have good discourse, political views. So, yeah, but this is how I handle hot politics. I basically have policies I agree or disagree with, and depending on which candidate has those policies, I vote for those policies. That's how I do my politics. Why would you think that? What do you mean? I just think it's a reasonable thing. I think it's a reasonable thing to do politics that way. I watch Twitch to escape politics. Exactly. Time and place for politics, and I don't think a Komiku stream is really what people come here to be educated about politics about. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not a person which you should listen to politics off of either. You should inform yourself, man. You should inform yourself. And I can't even, like, it's really like, for me, right? It's like, I get shit about this sometimes. People are like, oh, you're so on the fence about stuff. And I'm like, well, that's because I don't fully, completely agree 100% on either side. I tend to lean one side and the other, absolutely. but I just don't agree with every single little nuance of each side. So, but yeah, I do lean left, chat. I do lean a lot more left than to the right because I believe that, I believe in welfare. I believe that poor people should get fed. I believe that healthcare should be a right for everyone. I believe that the rich are getting too much richer. I do believe that, we need to put more tax restrictions on the rich. Sorry, more taxes for the rich. So I believe a lot, and I also believe in freedom of choice. So like, my policies do lean left, but there are certain things that, people will consider me as moderate, meaning like, I don't believe in defund the police. So, I do believe that people have the right to defend their own homes. So, I don't know. So there's some things that I definitely lean a little bit more, What's your most right-leaning take? My most right-leaning take is that VTubers shouldn't be considered as real, but should be considered as pixels. VTubers are not real. They are pixels. That is my most right-leaning take. But that is a good question. I think... Okay. I guess my most right-leaning take is that I do believe that Americans should have the right to bear arms, but I do think that we need to have stricter gun laws. I think we need to have stricter gun laws. I think there needs to be some restrictions, and I think there definitely needs to be some more gun control. 100%. So, like I think for me, I generally believe in the U.S. Constitution. Like, so, I do think that for sure 100% guns need to be regulated. We need better mental health and drug addiction treatment, that too. Why should you have the right to bear arms? Because if for some reason, like, you have children in your house and a serial killer comes in, I think you have the right to defend your own home. I think you do. Absolutely. But I don't think you should, but like, as I said, it needs to be fully regulated. I feel like guns need to have more restrictions. 100%. Guns don't kill people. People do. Yeah, I mean, listen, like I said, Chad, this is a Kumiko stream. We're not here to discuss, like, my, politics and stuff. Yeah, so many ops, they're coming through the windows. I have stalkers, actually. And, there's been a time when, I'm not gonna get into it, but I do know, from amongst my friends that they have been able to stop someone from coming to their home because of, home invasion. So, I know that some of you guys might look at this and laugh and be like, you don't need it, but you don't know everyone's lives. Like, you don't know everyone's lives. You don't know what's fully good or what's fully right, what's fully bad. I honestly believe that there's a lot of nuance. And so for me, I think laws should have a lot of nuance. I think it should have nuance. So for me, it's not a blanket statement of like this or that. It's like, yes, but a lot of nuance. That's kind of how I look at things. Anyway. But yeah, you're not here. We're not here to discuss political stances and stuff. I'm not here to make anybody angry, chat. I'm not here to cause you guys sadness. I'm here to, make you guys feel not lonely. How did we get on this stuff in the first place? Well, I started talking about my opinions. Instead of screaming into the mic. You know what I mean? I should have just stuck with screaming into the mic. Why you assume I am lonely? I'm not assuming that you're lonely.
Nuclear launch detected.
Okay.
I want one of these.
I can't believe I'm having another one. No, I didn't say that you were lonely. At all. No. You guys don't understand. You guys help my loneliness too. So, when I come on stream and I talk to you guys, and I say, I'm just here to not make people lonely, it includes me as well. You know what I'm saying? It includes me too. It's so that we all kind of can feel a little bit more connected today, you know? Why are you lonely? I mean...
Did you have real food today?
No. Oh, you're lonely? I mean... I feel like sometimes you are lonely. I think it's a very human thing. Especially nowadays with how everyone's so disconnected, you know? You know what I mean? But the gummy bears! Like, I don't know, like, I'm not lonely most of the time. But I do feel lonely sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes at night, and I can't sleep, I look up in the ceiling, and I feel sad. You know what I mean? What do you mean? Chat, I really do need to go and do some more cardio. Oh, hi, Vampress! Thank you. I need to go and do some cardio. Because so, like, I do some workouts, right? But, like, I don't do enough. I need to go and actually do more workout and, like, cardio and stuff. Because I feel everything hurts. Everything hurts, man. Okay? Like, everything hurts. Like, everything hurts. Like, my hips hurt. My legs hurt. When I go up the stairs, I'm out of breath. I need to work out, man. Eat another gummy bear? Oh, fuck. I say I need to work out. I'm eating, like, gummy bears and shit. Dude, we all getting old, man. I sometimes think about this a lot. You know how, like, the time goes by so fast? And you only know your now, right? You only exist in your present. I really do feel like one day I'm gonna blink and wake up and I'm already in my deathbed. And I'm just gonna think back in all my memories. And be like, wow, time went by so fast. Because if you think about it, like, when you're there, it really will be like, wow, time went by so fucking fast when you're still like dying. Wow. Because it's just gonna feel like now. It's just gonna feel like present. You know what I mean? It's just gonna feel like just like what you're feeling right now. But yeah, time goes by really fast, chat. Everybody gets old. Everybody gets old. And it's a blessing because if you didn't get old, that means you're dead. God, I miss Panera Bread's Chipotle chicken sandwich. I can't believe they discontinued that shit. I still think about it. They made an alternative Chipotle chicken avocado sandwich. It's not the same. It's not the same, chat. I think it was like 20 years ago. It's been so long since they discontinued my favorite Panera Bread sandwich. My God, it was perfectly made. It was a panini. It was a Chipotle chicken panini at Panera Bread, chat. And a perfect Chipotle melted cheese chicken. Oh, it was a panini, so they really made that bread crispy. Every bite was so good. They fucking discontinued it, chat. And now then they replaced it with a chicken Chipotle avocado sandwich. It's not the same. It's not even nearly the same. Why not just make your own? Have you seen me cook? It does not turn out the same, guys. Okay, have you seen me cooking? It's not the same. It's not the same! Oh shit, my mouse. Oh God. Do you guys hear that noise? Oh no, my mouse disappeared. My mouse disappeared! Oh God, my mouse! Come on. Yo, Justin Bieber's streaming. Yo, did you know that all the celebrities are streaming now? Well, they're getting like more and more celebrities are hopping onto the streaming space. Have you noticed that? Have you noticed that, chat? Damn, streaming has really evolved, hasn't it? Yo, Gilser, how you doing, man?
Hop onto
Missed you,
these
buddy.
nuts.
I thought it was just T-Pain. No, there's Justin Bieber, Mariah Carey's son streaming. Yeah, yep. Yeah, I saw that tweet. There's Ice Spice that started to stream as well. Who's Little Pip? Because celebrity attention no longer goes to Hollywood stars like it used to. Yeah, that's true. That is true. Like, Hollywood is losing a lot of power and influence. Which, honestly... it's not a bad thing. Because Hollywood was so fucking, like, corrupt and shit. Like, Hollywood was, like, one of the most elitist things ever. Nothing original comes out of Hollywood. Hollywood sucks now. It does. It really sucks now. Like, Hollywood... Like, what's... Oh my God, chat. You know what? We should have really appreciated, like, early 2000s. No, we should have really appreciated life from, like, 2000 to, like, 2015-ish. Because, like, remember back in the day, back in my day, they used to have, like, great movies just coming out all the time. Do you guys remember the whole, like, Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter era? Where they just had, like, bangers every year? You know, and, like... Oh my God, and you know, Breaking Bad, Game of Thrones was also coming out and shit. God, all the classics, man. Oh my God, and also not only that, man, like they would have like dramas, like really good drama films, action films, like all sorts of original content, like God. Dude, you know, do you guys remember like Slumdog Millionaire? That's such an original concept. Just like a simple drama movie that like really captures people's hearts, you know, shit like that. God, man. There's been so many. I guess like this era is like the era of content creation, would you say, chat? Would you say like this era is like the era of content creation? Like the era of streaming, era of like TikTok. I mean, who knows? Maybe 10 years later, chat, when literally every single thing is covered in an AI slop, we'll like look back in this timeline and it'll be like, oh my god, things were so good back then when real humans made content. I don't think AI slop is completely overrun yet, chat. I think in about the next 2 years it's gonna overrun. But like I think right now we're still at the human made content era. And I do think like maybe like 10 like years later we're gonna look down at we're gonna look back into this era and we're like, oh shit. Oh shit. We've had it good during this time when everything was human made. You know, a lot of people ask like if the rich uses AI, like if the AI is taking over all the jobs, you know, who's gonna consume? There's like no one's gonna be able to pay for consumption. You know, if nobody has jobs, then who's gonna do all the buying and consuming? There's a lot of, you know, people that's like asking this question. And they think it's gonna like fold over and you know, the rich is finally gonna get the shit. But I think what's gonna happen is I think the rich is gonna buy all the stuff. Like the rich is gonna start to have their own economy and everybody else is just gonna be left out. I think that's what's gonna happen. Because it's already like the wealthy that these other wealthy profited from. You know what I mean? So like I don't think the wealthy really fears that. I think it's I feel like the wealthy people are gonna get richer and richer and everybody's just gonna like be left behind. There'll have to be a basic living wage or the rich won't have anyone to sell to and everything that they have becomes worthless. That's true. That is true. You mean like Saudi Arabia? Oh, I don't know what Saudi Arabia is like. Why don't poor people just have more money? Jesters. Why don't you have more money? Why don't you just have more money, bro? Why don't you just become a billionaire, bro? It's already happened. Rich controls us with normal cost, food, housing, meds, etc. That's right. You know what's crazy, chat? Is that you don't own anything anymore. Everything is just renting now. You don't own anything. Isn't that sad? We don't own anything anymore. Everything comes with a subscription. Oh, was that sarcasm? Yeah, I was like, that seems a little bit outside your personality. That's a lie? Really? You don't think we own things? I feel like we own less and less, don't you think so? Everything becomes subscription based. Like, I read this tweet the other day where like somebody bought a car and they needed a subscription per month to be able to play music, to operate their GPS in the car, and also to operate like some other feature. Like all the features in the cars were like subscription blocked. You know what's crazy? I watched this other documentary, right? Maybe I should stop watching documentary. I'm getting such doom brain. But I watched this other documentary, right? And they were saying that society goes through these cycles where they'll thrive, and then they'll go through an economic hardships because, you know, people will take advantage of that thriving economy. And then so that everybody else goes into economic hardship. And then this economic hardship leads people to elect someone or something that causes another war. After the war ends, it causes another huge economic boom and people are thriving again. And then this whole cycle goes over and over. Basically, war boom and bust cycles. Yep. War really like shakes things up. Yep, and history repeats itself. And they think we're kind of at the middle end of that cycle. So people say that things are gonna get worse, perhaps. And then they're gonna get much, much better after. But they said that things are gonna get worse. And then things are gonna get much, much better. But I don't know if I 100% believe it. I don't know, because they also do say though that it all depends on like how well people are treating the economy. As in like we can it's not like a set time frame. Like for example, like, you know, if you keep the economy healthy, you can like delay the onset of a big major global shakedown to being later. So I think we may have maybe 10 years left before the next big war. I hope we have a lot more left. I mean, climate change, I feel, is just gonna make things much more worse for everyone, regardless of civilization cycles. Okay, I want to be positive, but realistically, I agree. I think that we're really heading towards. I think something's brewing, and I think we should start digging in and growing garlic in our bunkers. We gotta make our bunkers, chat. You know what we should do, chat? We should just live our life to the fullest, because there's nothing we can do except vote, educate ourselves, and vote. So we shall try to live our life the fullest, the happiest, and the best that we can, because the powers that we have is, you know, educate ourselves, vote, and pray for the best. Now that you learn about drilling into the drywall, it's only going to take you another couple of years to learn how to pour concrete for the bunker. Do you know how to do that, Smoke? I also do believe in protesting too. Peaceful protesting. Education system is getting strict more and more each year. I know it's really depressing, especially now in the AI age when like, oh god. But yeah, I think we should. I do believe in peaceful protesting. I believe in voting, educating yourself and voting. I love living under the threat of being taken over. Threat of being taken over? Where do you live? Be kind to each other before the heat death of the universe. Yep. I do believe it's like we have to spend our time trying to live full. Live life to the fullest, man. Do what you always wanted to do. Chase your dreams. Have you ever volunteered to help out for campaigns? No. I don't think I want to. I don't think I'm caring enough for it. Chat, did you guys know that there's actually a lot of sociopathy within the... So apparently there's like... Okay, here are the fields that have a fuck ton of sociopathy. I didn't get to meet... Oh my god, Newsom was literally right outside the Purple Lounge. or like inside the Purple Lounge, and I think I was taking a shit during that time. There's no background music. Oh, it's probably just too low, and I missed it, man. Okay, so the careers that have the most sociopathy are live streamers on that list. Actually, yes. Not surprisingly, are entertainers. Okay, entertainers, police officers, politicians, CEOs. Yeah, software engineering is just autistic people, yeah. Chat, do you ever get like, how do you call it? Do you ever get like backward imposter syndrome? Like, well, how do I explain this? Where you're so afraid, where you become afraid of become like okay, I'll just give like a very like simple example, right? Miko, are you sociopathic? No, let me explain. Where you're just like, you just hear like entertainers are sociopaths and narcissists, right? You hear that over and over again, and you go, oh my god, am I a sociopath? Am I a narcissist? And then you start like questioning like everything, and you're like, oh my god. And then I actually had a therapist talk to me about this. Narcissists and sociopaths don't question if they're narcissists or sociopaths because they don't care. They were like, my therapist was like, they don't care to find out because they're not worried about other people. If you're worried that you're a narcissist or sociopathic because you're worried that you're hurting people, you're probably not a narcissist or sociopathic. So if you ever get yourself wondering like, oh my god, am I a sociopath? Am I a narcissist? You probably are not. Apparently, a lot of narcissists and sociopaths, they know that they're narcissists and sociopaths and they don't care. Not all of them, but a lot of them know that they are. And they don't care and they like it. They like it. So but yeah, do you guys ever have this thing where you're worried about something but it's not true, but then because you're worried about it, like you convince yourself it might be true and then you worry about it even more? Like, do you ever get that? I get that sometimes. Narcissists and sociopaths don't care, but they'll get defensive when you call them out on their shit. Yeah, they get really defensive, but they themselves, like internally, they don't care. They like love themselves. Like they love who they are in a way that's like not healthy. They'll always get defensive, right? They'll always get defensive about everything. But sounds like overthinking. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Chat, do you have overthinking stuff? I feel like I overthink everything. And yeah, I also ruminate as well, but this is how I was able to be manipulated as well. Because people, so like back in the day, right? You know, I didn't have the best relationships or the friendships. And I think one of the things that people realized about me is that they can actually trick me into doing things because they can convince me or to convince myself that I'm a certain way unless I did XYZ. And it's yeah, it's definitely, I mean, I'm not as gullible anymore, but yeah, overthinking can lead you to make yourself believe in things that's not true. Oh yeah, people found out things about me too and abused it. I hate it. Yep. Anyway, but now you're much more smart. Honestly, I have fallen for it recently again. There was a person that kept pushing the boundaries, and because I wanted to be nice, I didn't really stand up for myself, so I just kind of let it happen. And then this person started to push more and more, more and more, until I kind of like was like, no, like I put my foot down pretty much, like I got mad at them. And then they turned it around and used that against me to prove that I'm such an unempathetic person, etc., etc. And I realized then that I was being manipulated, and that they were just trying to see like how far they can go. And so I just blocked and ignored. No, it was not a boyfriend person. No, it was a person that I wasn't even that close to. But this person, like, declared themselves as a close friend when I didn't even know them very well. And just kept pushing the boundaries. And then, like, when I stopped talking to this person and started ignoring this person was like trying different tactics to get me to talk to, this person again. And like saying stuff like, oh my god, everyone just uses me and then like ignores me and leaves me. Because by saying that, you're putting to the other person's brain like, oh, you are a horrible person, you just use this person and now you're ignoring this person. It's not a streamer, chat. It's not a streamer. You don't know this person, chat. This is a person that is not in my career life. Anyway. Yep. But like once that happened, I was like, oh my god, I'm realizing what's happening, and I very quickly ignored, blocked, and severed that relationship or that friendship because, like, I recognized it. But like, what kind of frightened me was that I recognized it kind of late, and then after that incident, which wasn't too long ago, I became really strict about who I talk to. And nowadays, like, I literally have okay, so that wasn't the last thing that actually happened, actually. There was something else that happened after that. So this is a pattern that has happened ever since I became Komigo, where I would work with a company or I would work with people, and they would use like the professional relationship to try to get close to me in an inappropriate way. Like there was this one person who would like start talking about sex, like as a joke, like a tiny joke, and I like brush it off, right? Because I don't want to. And then again, like pushing the boundaries again, like, oh, I got away with this one sexual joke, I want to see if I can get away with this other sexual joke. And so there'll be like another sexual joke that was like a little bit further, and it would go like a little further and further. Yeah, it's a test. Yeah, exactly. And so like, at some point I have to tell them to stop, but like it always, it always kind of gets blamed towards me. Anyway, so what I started to do, right, because this kind of stuff, like this kind of creepy behaviors was like kind of happening. What I started to do was nowadays, like, I basically don't, if I don't know a person, I always bring my managers into the conversation, always, 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 always. Or like I always turn it into a group chat, because if I don't turn it into a group chat, because I've had these incidences, like so many of them. So I always bring a third person in. But yeah, there's a, but yeah, I guess I actually talked to my therapist about this, where like I tell her like I feel so stupid because I'm an older woman, you know? Like why am I falling for this kind of stuff? Like I feel so stupid, and I get so heavily manipulated as well, into like thinking that like I'm the bad guy, and so I need to do this and this for this person to like, and she she was telling me like, if you are such a bad person, like why are you being so selfless and giving things away? Like if you're actually this demon that they say that you are, then you wouldn't give things away. Like you wouldn't be extorted like this. And then the other thing she said was like, I told her like I feel really fucking stupid, like that I keep falling for this kind of stuff. And she was like saying like, well, she first told me to stop calling myself stupid, because she said it's like this negative talk. She said I'm not stupid, it's not, and basically she said that you were doing things that you thought was right at the time, and that wasn't stupidity. You were trying to do things that you thought was right at the time. And so that resonated with me, and that helped. We all have good times and bad times. Life is like a zebra lines. After a dark one, a white one will come. That sounds a little weird, my friend. I'm sorry. I get what you're trying to say, but when I read that out loud, I was like, wait a minute. That sounds a little strange, buddy. Zebras, I don't know what that. I think it's from Madagascar. Okay. Okay. You're an empath who encountered a narcissist? Well, so here's the thing. So this person, well, I have a few different like encounters, right? But this one particular person was like trying to convince me really hard that I was a narcissist, I was selfish, and like unless I do XYZ for this person, that I'm proving myself to be narcissistic and selfish. And so I would do things for this person and be like, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to hurt you, I'm so, like all this stuff, right? And then at the end of it, it was just me being extorted financially and just being extorted over and over again. And like it took, I had to talk to like my good friends about this, and they had to really like shake it into my head that like, if you're truly like selfish, then why are you giving everything away to try to make this person, try like, if you were trying to like please this person, like it doesn't make any sense. Anyways, I had to go through a lot of therapy to like learn that I'm not this horrible person that this person kept saying I was, and that it is manipulation. You're trying to get rid of them? That's selfish. So like there was this other time when like I banned this person from chat, and this person was like, oh, you're so controlling because you banned me from your chat. And I was like, what? I told this person like, I don't control what you do in your free time. Like whatever you want to do is like you do. Anyway, that doesn't even make sense. Yeah, there was a lot of things like that that like didn't make any sense to me. Um, but yeah, I had a lot of different people. I had like different people and different encounters. Um, because it wasn't just one person. It was like it. Now I'm better, right? Now I'm better, except for the very recent thing that happened. Now I'm much better, but I guess I'm just like surprised that I'm still able to fall for this kind of stuff. But now I do have a system where I'm better. I bring people into group chats and like, I bring people into like I don't get isolated, basically. I don't get isolated. Um Oh my god. Chat, this is every time I talk about this kind of stuff, I always want to bring this one person up. Chat, I used to date this one dude long time ago. Okay, long time ago. I said the story so many times, like multiple times, right? Multiple times. This is a long time ago. This person, I said the story, but this person cheated on me. Okay. And said it didn't count because he didn't come. Because he didn't orgasm. But you know what's really sad? You know what's really sad, chat? You know what's really sad is that even after that, I took him back and I continued to date him. I mean like he basically made me think it was my fault. And like I think if I talk about this, I feel like people just look at me and they're like, "Wow, you're really stupid," and I know what is crazy to me. I mean, I talk. I mean, my therapist always tells me like, "Stop calling yourself stupid," but like it does boggle my mind at how stupid I am. Like, but this isn't the worst thing he's ever done either. That wasn't the worst thing. To be honest with you, he wasn't even the worst ever. Like, there are certain things that happen to me that's even way worse than him. But like I don't talk about it because I get scared. Like my heart starts beating. Like, and so I just don't talk about it at all. But why I say this is because like I've had so many of these types of instances. You would think I'd learn, you know what I mean? And I just feel so stupid. I gotta stop calling myself that because it doesn't help. But yeah, there was a okay, this is not funny. This incident is not funny. It's not funny at all. But it's just so ridiculous. It
Too
is.
nice.
You see, like I was told so many times that like I'm a horrible person by somebody that was abusing me, that like I feel like I don't deserve this compliment of too nice. This is the shit I talk to my therapist about. This is the stuff I talk to my therapist about. Anyway, but okay, so this is not funny. This is not funny at all. But I think I want to talk about it because of how ridiculous it was. Thinking back on it, like so ridiculous. And it's a little embarrassing for me. It's a little bit embarrassing. But yeah, so this dude, I know this is gonna sound really bad. And it's pretty bad. This guy that I was dating, right? Really wanted to put his finger up my butt. He really wanted to. Like really, really fucking wanted to. And it wasn't a doctor. No. It's a little embarrassing. It's a little embarrassing because it sounds funny. But it was not funny. But yeah, he proceeded to do so when I said no multiple times. Over and over again. You know what's funny about this is that so he did do it. No, it wasn't during sex. It was not even during foreplay. It was we were just sitting on the couch. Anyway, and then after he did that, he stopped, and then I looked visibly upset, and then he looked even more visibly upset, and he told me, "Wow, you made me feel like a rapist." And he was really upset and mad. And me, being stupid, said sorry. And I blamed myself. But chat, it's really funny because these kind of patterns, man, I think I blame myself a lot. And I think that really doesn't help. And I think that's why I've been able to get into a lot of these weird situations. I know it's not funny. It's not funny. For me, it's more, I don't know. For me, it's like ridiculous. If I think back on it, it's a little embarrassing to talk about, but it's like kind of ridiculous because now I'm looking back at it, hindsight, it's really like, how the fuck did I not see it, you know? Yeah. But you know what's crazy? I wasn't even that young. That's why. Okay, this is why I feel really stupid. This is why I blame myself. I think I'm still like going through my therapist about this stuff. Like the fact that I constantly tell that, you know, I feel stupid. I blame myself. I constantly again, because again, like society, I just see so much in society, right? No, I was in my 20s. So I guess I was young. I was younger. I was in my 20s. So I guess this is younger than, you know, I guess you could call it, you know, but like I feel like you know, because people are like, after you're 18, you should know better. You should know about all this stuff. You know, were you under 18? Were you a grown woman? If you're a grown woman, you should have known. I think because like I just heard that over and over again growing up, maybe. I just think I should have known better. And it's interesting because people say your brain still develops till 25. So I'm not gonna say exactly what age I was. Right? I'm not gonna say what age exactly I was, because I feel like if I say exactly what age I was, then people would be somehow able to figure out who it was. And there's like literally I don't really have a vengeful bone in my body. I don't really want vengeance. I don't want revenge. I don't want any of that. I don't ever want to talk to this person ever again. And I know that when it comes to like wanting revenge, that means like you have to interact with this person. I'd rather never ever fucking interact with this person ever again. You know, so you just want to move on with your life. Yeah, I want to move on with my life. That's why I keep everything super vague. I just talk about it. I don't even use pronouns. I don't even need to say she or he. Because again, like if I actually like that's why I feel really like, that's why I say like I agree when people are like when people actually do, like when victims actually do speak out, they really are fucking brave, because like I don't know how they're able to handle the fact that people are all talking about it. You know what I mean? Like that's insanely, I mean, that's insanely brave. Like for me, when something traumatic happens, I just want to like leave it behind. Sometimes I need to talk about it to let it out, but like I don't ever want to like relive it. Yeah, it's very humiliating. You know, so it is very brave when people do speak out about it, because there's also another instance where like the people might not believe you and people might side with the abuser. And then what? Then it's like going through your abuse over and over again, except it's like 10 times worse because everybody is now calling you a liar. I don't know. I don't know, man. That's why I feel like it's really fucking brave for victims to come out, because I don't think I could ever do it. Anyway, so wow, deep topics. Deep topics, chat. Deep topics. An ex-girlfriend in college told me that she was physically assaulted actually by a person I thought of as a friend, but the same reason you said she didn't report it to anyone, because she didn't think anyone would believe her since she was drinking. Yeah, and also you just don't want to go through with it. You just don't want to go through with it. You really want to just have peace and move on. You know? You really, and honestly, like I'm actually like I most people can't relate to this. You know, most people can't relate to having been abused, right? And because most people can't relate to it, most people can't understand it, and most people don't really understand what a real victim looks like, or what a victim feels like. And so there's a lot of misinformation when it comes to like abuse online and what victims are supposed to be like. Yeah, like people think victims are supposed to be like perfect. Like people think that victims can't be victims if they fought back, if they, did any form of like self-defense. Like people expect victims to be absolutely perfect. And so I think like that makes it also hard for them to come out with, you know, things because they don't really um if they're a victim, why didn't they do the thing? Yeah, it's victim blaming is a real thing. Anywho, chat. Do you need a break? Breather? No, this all happened pretty long time ago. Um, this kind of stuff, this kind of stuff is stuff I talk to my therapist about. I don't know why I'm sharing it with you guys. I don't know why I'm sharing with you guys. I don't even know how I even got to this place. Man, those fucking gummy bears. The fucking gummy bears, man. Um, yeah, those gummy bears must be laced with a lot of shit. Oh man, these gummy bears, man. These fucking gummy bears. Wow, chat. 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 Oh, chat. I actually do take antidepressants. I do. I've been taking them for a while now, again. I thought I could get off of them. I tried maybe like, I can't remember exactly, maybe a few months ago or something like that. Like 6 months ago. I tried taking I stopped taking them because I thought like, oh, I'm good now, and then I wasn't good. So I had to go and get back on them again. And I've been totally fine. Back on them, feeling normal. It's interesting though. I do think like I used to never have to take these medications. I never had to. I do think like trauma does like you know, obviously stay with you, and I think that's really the main cause of me having to keep taking my antidepressants. But hopefully one day I'll be fully healed and I won't have to take them anymore. Gummy bears. But I have a mountain of gummy bears in front of me, man. Chat, I want like Chad, do you ever get like late night blues? Do you ever get like late night blues? All the time, oh my god. I wonder why they happen. It must be like Chad, there must be some like chemical thing that happens in our body during like the late nights that get you some late night blues. Dude, it's like when I can't sleep as well. Like, if I didn't fall asleep in my correct bedtime, and I'm just like staring at the ceiling, and I go, oh fuck, life. Do you sometimes feel like, I feel like all of us here, if we have internet and we're able to have some entertainment, I feel like we can safely say, hey, we've made it and we've achieved some things in our life. I think all of us can genuinely say that. You know, we all have some things to be thankful for and be gratitude around, right? But sometimes you just, I guess sometimes, you know, you forget about the things you have and you just kind of feel like you haven't ever really achieved anything. You know, sometimes I get that. I get those feelings like I look up and I'm like, oh man, I just feel like a waste of space. You know, even though you're not, and you've achieved a lot, and you have a lot of things, and to be grateful for, and practice gratitude over. Sometimes, like you don't know, something happens in your brain and your chemicals, and you look up and late night blues, or I guess morning blues. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think it depends on how successful you are or whatever. I think it's more like something that just I think everybody probably experiences this. For me, it's like random. And I always wonder why. I wonder why, man. Like, is therapy helping you? Yes, it does help me a lot, but okay, chat, have you ever had therapy? Like, okay, so when you go through therapy, so like when you go through therapy and you talk to your therapist, you feel a lot better. And they give you some exercises for you to do. And you do them, but like the feelings and stuff just come back. Like it just all still comes back. And you know the things because you've been told so many times. You know what you need to do, and you know the things in your brain are not true, but you still feel it. You know, like yeah, you know it logically and rationally, but your emotions is still there. You still feel it, and because you feel it, you kind of ruminate back to and I think that's just gonna take time. Like, and I kind of feel bad about talking about the same stuff over and over again. Whenever I do see my therapist, I feel like I'm repeating myself and she's telling me like the same things. But it's like you heal through time and it's just gonna take a bit, you know? So, yeah. So I would say like therapy does help, but it doesn't like it just takes time and practice. You know? They just wanted to get you hooked on meds. That's their job. Not all therapists are evil. Not all therapists are like that. In fact, I was the one that was like, maybe I need antidepressants. And then so I see a psychiatrist with my therapist, you know, like, sorry, not with my, I talked to my therapist about getting a psychiatrist and I got a psychiatrist. But yeah, therapists also really like therapists chat, like not all of them are good for you. Like, it's like, I feel like therapy is like, it's like dating in a way. Like, some therapists are not going to work with you, like, are not, because they're just not going to match. You know what I mean? I genuinely also believe that some therapists, all therapists have some form of bias as well. So, like, because they're humans at the end of the day, you know, and they might just not be helpful to you. So finding the right therapist is like important too. Well, some therapists are just like ignorant as well. They're just not as good. They're just not as knowledgeable, you know? Therapists can make, you know, bad assumptions. Not have enough experience with certain things. That's why there's like therapists that are like specifically trained for different mental illnesses. You know what I mean? Like, not all therapists are the same. I had a therapist once, and I accidentally told her I watched Twitch, and then proceeded to fuck up the explanation of what Twitch was. So she asked me if I feel better when I watch those e-girls like Miko. And now I can never see her again. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I think Britney Spears had like a really aggressive therapist that like was like really bad for her. Because he kept like prescribing her like really bad drugs. I've been to great therapists that just couldn't comprehend what a panic attack is. It's a no-go. Oh, man. Yeah. Have you seen Britney lately, though? Britney's awesome. I love Britney. I can't believe Kevin Federline, like, shamelessly wrote a fucking memoir right after she stopped giving him paychecks for child support. Chad, did you know that he was getting $40,000 a month from Britney Spears? $40,000 a month. And he was claiming that that was not enough and he was barely scraping by. Bro, $40,000 a month, dude. $40,000 a month. It's California, bro. $40,000 even in California, you are living wealthy, bro. $40,000. That wasn't like it wasn't like he was getting $40,000 and then spending it on like, you know, like okay, like for example, if he had a big business, right, and he was like getting $40,000 and then like, you know, spending that on his employees because he hired a bunch of people and like, no, it wasn't like that, bro. It was like $40,000 of income, chat. It wasn't like business gross income. It was actual personal income. Chat, personal income. That's insane, bro. That's insane. That's life-changing money, exactly. And he was like saying he was barely scraping by. Oh my god. Anyway, after she stopped child support, he decided to write a memoir just trashing Britney Spears. It's like, it's so transparent what you're trying to do, man. So transparent. I could live off that, bro. You could be fucking rich off of that. Dude, 40K of just spending money. Let me see. Wait, you guys are not. I gotta up the. Let me see. Oh, wait, you guys can't. Wait, what? Do you guys hear music? Doesn't California take half? I'm pretty sure it was $40,000 without taxes. Like, sorry, with taxes. Wait, so I think it was... Okay, from what I understand, from how alimony works...
Miko, certified e-girl.
$40,000, I don't think it's income, right? I think it's literally like that doesn't get taxed. Let me see. Does alimony get taxed? Okay, so for divorces... Oh wait, child support. Sorry, not alimony. Sorry. Does child support get taxed? Sorry, not alimony. Sorry. Okay, yeah. No, child support is never taxed, regardless of when the agreement was made. So basically, for the parent receiving child support, it's not taxable income. So he got 40 grand with just like no taxes. Like none got taxed. $40,000, no taxes, just to him. Yeah. And for like 18 years, bro. For how many? Like, because they divorced when they were babies. They divorced when they were babies. So yeah, for 18 years. He got that for 18 years. Man, just get a job, bro. Just get a job. He probably got matched when the kids turn 18. Probably. He's gonna be paying his taxes for the first time in his life. From his book. But I heard this book like completely bombed. He was a mid-background dancer who banged a star and ended up with 40K a month. I know. Chat! Don't ever bang up a K-Fed bum. You promise me. Do not bang up a bum like K-Fed. There's many K-Fed like bums out there. Okay? Watch out. Watch out. I don't care if this K-Fed bum is really fucking hot. Alright? Or be like him and get a 40K a month. Bro, I don't know. Would you want to be like him? Okay. I would disagree. Don't be like him. Because here's the thing. If you are living coochie for 18 years of your life, getting 40K a month every single month, and you're not building up any skills because you're really fucking comfortable, once that's done, and you have to, you're like used to this life of luxury, and it just disappears, and now you have to make money for yourself. That's not a position you want to be in, man. It's way better for you to earn that money and learn how you earn that money, and then like bring yourself up. Put that money in Tesla back in 2019. Oh, that's true. Yeah, that's true. If you're smart, you could invest. That's true. But I don't think he's very smart. That's true, Duplay. You could. Yeah, if you were smart with it, then yeah. But I don't know. I don't know. Wouldn't you feel bad? Wouldn't you feel bad? Because like you would know, even though you might like convince yourself, oh, I have all this money, but you would know deep down that you're like stealing from someone else. Wouldn't you feel bad? Like I would feel terrible. I would feel like this is not my money. This is not like, I don't know. You would always have this cloud looming over you that like you're cheating someone else. But like everybody's different. That's just how I would feel. I like to make my own. I like to make my own money and be my own, like, I like to earn my own money. But that's just me. I like to earn my own money. I don't want to mooch off of anyone else. This is hard-earned cash. I did not get an upgrade, but I need to. Flamingo 4.0 is coming out soon. 4.0 is coming out soon. Of course, I do think like if you're like a billionaire or trillionaire, I think you as a person has a responsibility to try to help the planet in some way, because like for example, if you're a billionaire, trillionaire, and you're seeing people starving, wouldn't you want to help? You know, that's what I don't understand for me. Is like, yeah, if you're making $7.9 million per minute and you're seeing like people starving, won't you like have this like sensation of like wanting to help people? So, I can understand the mindset of someone who's a billionaire and makes up every morning and thinks, how do I get more? Well, you know what? I learned though that like, I learned from like talking to one of my friends who like, you know, has worked with these rich people. Like, he was telling me that like, when it comes to like wealth and these like billionaires and stuff, what for them it's about status, it's not about money, because they have so much money, right? Like for them it's about like, how do I become the most powerful person? And it's not about money anymore, it's about status, it's about beating their peers to become the more powerful person. So for them it's more about that, and that's why they hoard wealth. So yeah. So like that's why they hoard wealth, but does not make it right, of course. It's kind of crazy though. Like, do you guys think that they were always like this, or they became like this with wealth? Because like when you think about Jeff Bezos, right? And he's like in this humble little shack with the words Amazon written on it with a permanent marker bannered over his head, right? Was he always like that, even during those humble times? Or did he change with this amount of wealth? I'm gonna guess that he changed. Because I do know that wealth and money changes people. You know, I think the only time that maybe you wouldn't be changed is if you knew... I don't know, I feel no. I think every single person. Be nice to Tasha, thank you so much for sharing one sub. Chat, I think every single person will change with money. I think so, 100%. I know a lot of people are like, no, I never would. No, chat, you don't know, you would. Money absolutely corrupts. Everyone. But I do think like the way I'll give you a little bit of my story. If you don't change, someone will come and take the money away from you. Oh, that's true. No, everybody, every single you are not a exception to the rule. Every single human being will change when it comes to wealth. If you get a ton of wealth, a fuck ton of wealth, I do think it'll corrupt. I don't think you can change the same. I don't think you can stay the same. Well, here's what I think. Okay, I don't necessarily think that you will become like a bad person, like a psychopath, but you will change. You might change for the better. You don't know. Like, you might change for the better. You might become like, oh shit, now I want to be more altruistic. You know, it doesn't mean that it's gonna change you badly. It might change you in a good way. But I do think most of the time it probably does corrupt. I'll give myself as like an example, right? So I think I told you guys a story before, but I'll repeat it for anybody that doesn't know. So like I was a small streamer, like a 200 viewer streamer, and then in a week I became a 10,000 viewer streamer. I was struggling to pay my bills, to making during this time 60 grand a month. I went from being in debt to making 60K a month, like in a span of a week. Zephyr 6, thank you so much for the prime. For a time, it absolutely changed me. Because now I was making way more than I ever thought I could be dreaming of. And I started doing things like buying clothes. Because I never would buy clothes because I was always like penny pinching. I would buy clothes. I was tipping people a lot. I was, you know, not like I was getting gas, not penny pinching. It was awesome. That was very temporary though. That only lasted like that did not last very long. But I did get over my head. My head did get big during that time, and I'm actually really fucking happy. I'm so happy that I fell off. Because, like, when I fell off, I realized, like, holy shit, I was a stupid motherfucker. I was a dumbass. And I realized a lot of things just came crashing down, and I'm so thankful for it. Because it really got me to be back and be grounded. And like, because I had that experience, I know I will never ever let that happen to me again because it happened to me. It's like, I really feel like it was like getting chicken pox. Yeah, it's like a humbling experience. Like you get chicken pox and you heal from it and you're like, holy shit. I didn't buy designer. I just bought a lot of clothes. I was just like, I never was able to buy clothes just freely, like for myself and look pretty, like just like look fashionable, like. And I didn't buy designer because I wasn't that a fashionista, right? I was just a person that liked fashion and like a wannabe. I was a wannabe, so I would just like buy pretty clothes without getting designer because I didn't really know what's like good clothes or whatever. But yeah, so I went through that period and I'm so happy that I did because I learned very quickly because like things kind of crashed down quite hard for me, which I'm actually very thankful for. Because it really did. I went like my head got big and then it popped and I was so thankful it popped because. And I also think about this, right? Like if that didn't happen, bro, because I do see some people in this entertainment space where like I know that never happened to them and they just become more and more assholes. I'm just so happy like I actually fell off so that I could come back to earth and have this whole perspective. They become K-fed, yeah. Isn't just more obvious. Money corrupts everywhere. People want to worship it and hoard it instead of putting it to use to help people who really need help. The US is bad too. The filthy rich are going to space. And that's weird. I wonder if it's like, what do you think it's like tied to paranoia maybe? Maybe they hoard wealth because they don't want to lose it? Like for us, right? We're like, when we save, but we're saving for our retirement, right? Like we're saving so that we know like when we're 65 and we're not like, you know, and we want to rest up, we save our money. Do you think like rich people are like saving money because they're like worried that they're going to lose it all? I don't know. Now they have assets. We're supposed to save. Yes, you guys are supposed to save. Type 1, you guys actively save. Type 1 if you actively save. You guys 100% should save. I'm trying to save myself and like I have a 401k that I had way back when, and so I've been trying to like I'm gonna start getting into the habit of like putting a little bit down into my 401k. Okay, I'm glad everybody saves. I save in jars. I have. Oh, chat. What is like some fun things that you guys love to do for free? Like, what are some fun things that you guys like to do for free? I think not Jorky. Oh my god! Are you serious? As soon as I fucking said that, like, immediately my chat just starts doing this shit. What? I thought you guys were gonna say something like going to the beach or something. Oh my god, chat. Okay. Let me list you some stuff. Going to the beach. Going to the dog park with your dog if you have a dog. Oh, Jork at the beach. Oh my god. But honestly, I feel like those two are the only things I can really think of. Netflix, I guess. But like YouTube, I guess. Oh yeah, I like the library. I love that. That's true. Chess, that's true. Twitch, that's true. Twitch is fun. That's right. Twitch is fun. I like to tinker. I'm so excited about my mocap stuff that I'm gonna be doing. I did a bunch of work 3 days ahead. So I have like 3 days of just like tinkering with my mocap. I'm so excited. 3 days of me just tinkering with motion capture. Twitch is expensive. Twitch is free if you just watch and you don't sub or give sub. That's Twitch is free that way. You know, oh my god! Oh, no way. No way. Wait a minute. Oh, wow. Chat, I'm gonna just be real, okay? I'm gonna be real. Content creation is such a weird job. It's such a weird job. I think like, okay, so I think if you have YouTube, right? I think you might have a stable job. If you have like a good YouTube channel, then you can have like a stable job, right? Because you know like your viewership, like what you make from your viewership, RPM, CPM. But I think like when it comes to like all the other content creation platforms, everything is kind of just like roll the dice and see how you do. And so like it's a very unstable job, right? It's like it's a very unstable. Yeah, an algorithm can really screw you up. You know what I'm saying? Like it can really screw you up. Chat, can I tell you something? Did you guys know that on Twitter, right? So I've been starting to diversify my income so that it's not just Twitch, right? I've got Twitch and I'm starting to work with Twitter now on my Twitter account to try to make, you know, some diversify my income. And diversification of your income actually helps in maintaining like some form of stability, right? Because, you know, like if you're just depending on one platform, it's like like, are you gonna, you don't know. You just don't know. Every month is so different. So when you try to diversify your platform, things start to feel a bit more stable. Well, that's the theory, at least. Yeah, things are not very stable. Chat, can I tell you something? Twitter. So I'm trying to make Twitter into another way to make income, right? Can I tell you the discrepancy between how much I make per day on Twitter? It's actually insanely, like, what the fuck? Okay. One day I make 0.62 cents. Okay. One day I make $2. Okay. And then one day I make $186. I know, also. And then the next day I make $0.01. And then the next day I made $1.30. Ooh. $42! You know what's crazy about this is that all the viewership is all the same. Is that like ad revenue? Yes. So I was like really fucking confused. So I had my agent ask a Twitter person, and basically what happens on Twitter is that when you post, it's like a luck of a draw. It's like a lottery. So it's a lottery of whether or not. Hey, Kratos, thank you so much for the 5. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. It's like a lottery, right? It's like whether or not your dads will play. Anyway, the reason why I'm telling you this though is because if you guys are wanting to become content creators, I think it's a good idea to start now to do all of your platforms like Twitter, TikTok, blah, blah, blah. Even if you're getting a little bit, right? Even if you're just getting $100 a month, right? Because that's kind of like what my TikTok is. It's basically I just get $100 a month, right? I would say do it because at least then you have some form of it's still not stable, but there's some form of like what do you call it? Like some form of like, if you're not income, passive income, yeah, something. You might want to focus on one platform to first not have a following. I disagree. You need to do multi-platforming. Every single person needs to do multi-platforming. Because one platform is not going to give you the discoverability. And, yeah. There are people who stream to one person themselves. Yes, but if you want to become have content creation as a job, then you don't want to continue to just stream to yourself. So you should, if you want to become a content creator, you should use all sorts of different platforms. But anyway, the reason why I'm sharing this though about the Twitter thing is because even though everybody should diversify, it is a little bit ridiculous. Because I don't know how to strategize Twitter. Like, I don't know I think maybe so I know how to strategize YouTube. Because YouTube makes sense, right? You post a video, you have an RPM, CPM, you get a certain amount of viewership, and then you can predict, okay, I got 200,000 1,000 views. I'm gonna make $3, right? You can predict that. On Twitter, you can't predict that because you're getting the same amount of views, but one day you're making 0.01 cent, and the next day you're making $100. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like But I still think everybody should do every single platform because like you just never know. But yeah, it's a little weird. Also, I don't consider myself as being made it. I don't consider myself as that because I don't know. Maybe I'm just too imposter syndrome. I think I have too much imposter syndrome to feel like I've made it. I should, because I should be like, I should think that way. But I feel like, I don't know. I feel like my definition of success is a little bit different, because my definition of success is like, if I'm not making stuff that I visualize, my vision, I feel like I'm not making it. You know what I mean? That, like, for me, my success looks like if I create like Kumiko brand and I'm doing actual storytelling, and like, because that's been my dream, right? Like, I want to actually do storytelling and have like cool stuff that makes it more immersive and stuff. So for me, I just feel like I haven't made it yet. So like, I guess like for me, that's why I still feel like I haven't fully made it yet. I don't know. I still have my visions I really want to achieve. When you're inspired to create things, yeah, streaming is a way to share that. Yeah. Happy Halloweeny. Hello, happy Halloweeny to you too. I wanted to answer some questions about content creation. How the heck can anyone build a following now these days? It seems impossible. I know people have content creators on YouTube for years and struggle to stay monetized. So if I stream on Twitch my RPGs, I should also upload edited VODs to YouTube and highlights to shorts. So chat, here's my advice. Here's my advice on how to actually become a content creator in 2025. Okay? And I myself need to start doing this. I think I have this issue of being like very much of a content creator where I'm like, I just want to do whatever I want and expect people to watch me. It's like this. I'm like, oh, I want to make VTubing stuff. I want to do this. I want to do that. And yes, I will get people to watch me because there's people that are niche that will watch me. But if you're just starting out, right, you can't necessarily do whatever the fuck you want and hope to get lucky, because I mean, you could, but it's like one of those things where it's like it might not work out. So here's my advice, okay? Here's my advice, right? Pick a category, pick a category that you're interested in, right? So if you're interested in welding, all right, that's your category. Find out what is trending in your category in welding, and then do the trends. YouTube, TikTok, whatever your platform is, follow the trends. Eventually, people will see your face enough. They'll see your face enough and they'll start recognizing you. And then you can start doing your unique content, because now people know who you are and now they care enough to watch your unique content. That's my advice. So make people see you. Like, you know, things that are popular, right? No-brainers, like reacting to TikToks or doing You Laugh, You Lose. Like, you know those will get views. There's so many consumers that consume that content. Do that consistently. Make them see your face. They're now attaching those good vibes and good feelings with your face. And they're enjoying the content they like consuming, and they're enjoying it while seeing your face. And after that, you make content that's unique, and those people will start watching your unique content. And because now you're getting some views, you'll get more viewers, exposure to more viewers that's gonna watch your content. Do you know where I learned this from? You know where I learned this from? That's great advice. Do you know where I learned this from? I have a friend. I have a close friend. He's only like 24. He's super fucking young, but he's so well accomplished. He's so accomplished. Sultan Play, thank you so much for the tier 1 sub to Mizuki. I believe I forgot if he was the producer or strategist, but he worked as a strategist for Mr. Beast. And before that he was in YouTube since he was like 14. So and like with him, like he can blow up literally any channel that he starts because he really just fucking knows the game and the algorithm. And he says that this is a really fucking solid strategy for anybody that is a nobody that wants to get seen. Follow what's popular, get the viewers, be consistent so people see your face, do it over and over again, and then start making unique content. But yeah, you just gotta show your face like everywhere. Like you just want your face to be associated with good things, and you just want it to be everywhere. And first it might start out with just 1 or 2 viewers, 2 or 3 viewers, 3 to 4 viewers, 5 to 6 viewers, 7, you know, and it'll grow. But like, no, don't figure out what your unique content just yet is. Pick a category, category that you like. Figure out the trends. Also, figure out the if you're on YouTube, right? Figure out the titles and thumbnails that work. There's actually proven titles and thumbnails that really fucking work every time on YouTube. Oh god, if I can remember on the top of my head, it's like stuff that you guys have already seen. You'll see like a trending of like things like the top 10 worst things you've ever seen, or you know, just like very like formulaic titles that you see everywhere, like this streamer is done, it's over. You know, there's like very formulaic titles that seem to work over and over again. So in different categories, there are these titles that work, you know? And so what you want to do is you want to take some aspect of that title and change bits of it so that it's yours. So for example, one of it is like, I tried viral TikTok blank. That's a classic one. I tried viral TikTok gummy bears. I tried viral TikTok blah blah blah. You know? But yeah, there's title trends as well that you could jump onto and get viewers that way. But yeah, the first things to do is pick a category, figure out what the trends are inside that category, including your titles and thumbnails, and do it, rinse and repeat, do it consistently enough that people see your face, and know your personality, and then evolve into doing unique content. Yeah, the top 10 blank. There's a lot more subtle ones. Let me go to YouTube right now and I'll call them out for you guys. Like, sorry to, you know, but like how many times have we seen this type of thumbnails, right? Like, it's over, you know. I'm not saying to do this. What I'm trying to get at is like there's trends and thumbnails and trends and titles that you can use that will increase the chance of being hit. Now, I'm not saying to do drama because you don't have to do drama. Look, because there's a lot of like this is another classic. You know, like a viral, like I said, I tested viral TikTok candy. You won't believe. Like this is the formula is I tested viral TikTok. That's the formula, and then put whatever it is where that capital candy is. You could put like I tested viral TikTok chocolate, and then you add you won't believe. That's the formula. You got it? Like that's the formula. So
Click here.
Here's another one. I tested viral TikTok treats. You know? Oh, this is another one. This is another formula. I made and blank and earned dollars. That's another formula. I made a blank and earned dollar sign, and whatever that dollar is. That is also a formula, chat. Look, I tested another 15 viral treats, blah blah. But yeah, you can see that these titles, you know. Oh, this is another formula that I'm sure you guys have seen as well. I bought every something, you know, on my FYP, like something like I bought every blank on my, you know, blank. So yeah, that's my advice for you, chat. I hate those, but they do work. They work. Yeah. So if you're a content creator, really take this advice. I mean, you don't have to, but even I need to take my own advice. What if I just want the cool kids to follow me? Love all your followers. Whether they're cool, whether they're not cool, whether they're whatever. Love all your followers, chat. I used to know this one streamer that just hated on his or her viewers, and I was just like, just be thankful that they're watching you, man. You know, just be thankful. This person was just like, oh, this person's not cool enough because they just seem so blank, and I'm like, bro, they watching you, bro. Like, it was one of the most irritating things I've ever heard, honestly. Like, just hating and picking on just one or two viewers being like this, blah, 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 blah. Like, I can understand if it's like a viewer who's like not really a viewer but a hater. Like, if there was a person that came in and was like harassing you and you wanted to like talk bad about that person, fine. He's harassing you. I get that. But if it's like a person that genuinely loves your content and you just don't like them because they're just a little weird, it's just if you attract random people with random clickbait content, then you're not going to get people of your tribe, you know. Actually, the way it works is you'll attract random people. It's to attract as many people as possible and then filter them out so that the people that like your content stay. That's the game. You can't pick and choose your followers. You have to cast a big wide net and then you filter them out with the content that you have. Yeah, we're the ones that stayed. Yeah, exactly. Like, for example, for me, yeah, I mean, you guys are the ones that stayed. You know what I mean? Oh, chat, I gotta figure out Facebook. Okay, this is something. So this is not me. This is something that I learned about other content creators. Like, there's like, it's so cool if you think about it. There's a category for everything. But on Facebook, I learned that you can actually make a lot of money from posts. posts. Like this is not me. I learned from this fellow content creator that this person makes $40,000 a month on just posts. And this person basically does like tutorial type posts. Yeah, and it's just writing like a journal. And so like if you were like kind of like a writer, you're like a writer, then maybe Facebook posts is something that you can like look into as content creation. So yeah, there's like little snippets of everything. Yeah, LinkedIn also does that. Do you make money on LinkedIn though? Can you make? Because I'm thinking about this as like, if content creators want to make content creation their full-time job, what is the avenues that they can go for? And like mine is obviously Twitch right now. And I'm trying to expand to YouTube and Twitter and TikTok, and it's been really hard. But pray for me, chat. Pray that I can diversify. But like if you're trying to become a content creator full time, I think there's like a lot of different like platforms that might fit for you better than others. You know? I'm actually starting to think that my content is becoming more and more fit for YouTube, because I have these like stories I want to tell, and like I feel like I can't really do it in a live stream environment. But I thought about this. I was like I kind of want to have like seasons, like Komiko seasons, where like I work really a lot on this big project, and it's like for like 3 months, like a season where you guys get this like big storytelling like content, and then once that season's over, I just do like regular live stuff. Ow, thanks, Peter. I think that's kind of what I want to do. We'll see, chat. We'll see. Thanks, Jabamski. Thank you. But yeah, I hope this talk was helpful for anybody that wants to become a content creator. I know not everybody here wants to be a content creator, but those that want to be a content creator, I hope this talk was helpful in some way, chat. And yeah, chattings, yeah. Okay, chatties, I'm gonna go work on my shit now. I'm gonna go worky. I'm gonna go do some. Aw, thanks, Gato. I know. I'm gonna go. Now, how do you hit up content creators? I actually don't hit up content creators. Actually, that's a good question. Okay, so here's how I network. I love going to conventions. Oh, chat, I'm actually gonna give you a little story, okay? Hentai Lord, thank you so much, tier 1 sub for 56 months. Thank you. Okay, chat. I'm gonna give you a little bit of story, okay? So I go to conventions, right? I go to conventions, and honestly, if you want to become a content creator, go to every single convention and network. Seriously, you'll meet like-minded people. It'll inspire you. You'll make friends. Anyway, so I go to conventions to network, and whenever I go to a YouTube convention, I feel so welcomed. I feel so welcome, chat. Like, they're always so sweet to me, no matter how big or small they are. They treat everyone so equally, and they see everybody with potential. They're so sweet. YouTube conventions. Twitch. I love Twitch, and I love And there's a lot of good Twitch people. Honestly, so many good Twitch people. But I exclusively only have this experience in Twitch streamers. Okay, I don't only have it with YouTubers. I only exclusively have this experience with Twitch streamers. Where, like, I'll enter a... Okay. We're in, like, a get-together or party, right? And everybody knows each other. You know, maybe the party's with, like, 20 to 30 people. It's a get-together, right? And, you know, when you're at a party... And a YouTube get together, or like any other get together, you mingle around, right? You walk around and you mingle. You say hi to different people. You have conversations, and then you know mingle more. Everybody's welcoming. Okay, with Twitch, it's like it goes like this. I step into a group of people to say hi or have a conversation, and a streamer will instantly turn around and walk away, giving the cold shoulder. And because the streamer is a popular streamer, everyone else will just follow. You go and talk to somebody, you two mingle, and they just give you the cold shoulder. Like, very clearly, like, they don't want to talk to you. You know, you just being friendly, just being nice would be nice. But hey, Anonymous Gifted, thank you so much, tier 1 sub. There was this one time that was really sad. I went to a get together. There wasn't that many people that I knew, but I knew these people that was sitting at a table. And I went over to that table and I was like, oh hey, can I sit with you guys? And they said yes. As soon as I sat down, they turned their back on me. Painter, thank you so much for 10. Thank you. And they just gave me a cold shoulder. Whenever I would ask them a question, they would just give me one-worded answers. Treasure train, holy shit! Right now, right when I was about to go too. Fuck. All right. Well, you know what, chat. I'm gonna have to stay, man. I'm gonna have to stay because it's a treasure train, chat. I was starting to feel really sad, and then so I moved to like you know, another person at the table to try to.
Which party dust?
The party. Ah yes, ah yes. Okay, 1 second. The candy dust is here. You can't. Oh my god, Ranger! my. Well, thank you for the 10, my Ranger. Thank you. Alright, here we go. Ranger's awesome. Oh, 1 second, chat. This is candy! Candy, sugar. I just threw up on my candy, frick. Oh god. Oh, Saucy! Thank you so much for the 5, Saucy. Thank you for the love. Guys, you guys are making my hype train go choo-choo. It wasn't candy, it was fun. Gato! Thank you so much for the 5 SO, Gato. Thank you. Oh, you guys make me feel so loved. So I was like sitting down, right? And so I got the cold shoulder, turned my back, one worded answer. So I went over to like another person that was on the table, right? And I started to talk to them and try to be friendly. And again, just cold shoulder, one worded answers. And it just felt like high school. Like back when like nobody would want to sit with me. Rachel, thank you so much for the 5. Thank you. And like nobody want like. And I just started to stare at my own food. Like it was so sad. I was just like staring at my own food. I felt like I wanted to cry. And then somebody came to the table and started talking to me, and I felt so much better. I felt so much better. I just don't know, like. Oh my god, lumberjacks! Holy
Happy
shit.
Halloweeny. Royal.
Thank you so much for the biddies. Thank you. Holy shit, that was a big biddy drop. Thank you so much. Happy Halloween back to you too, my friend. Oh man, yeah, but I don't know what I did. I don't know why I'm not considered cool. Because I know that they wouldn't have treated me like that if I was considered one of the cool kids in this Twitch stream. You know, in the Twitch space. You know? And it just really felt like I was back in high school, man. And I never thought I would feel this way again when I was an adult. I was literally just looking down at my food, trying not to fucking cry. Just picking at it. And I couldn't believe that it was the same feeling I felt when I was in high school. I was like, I couldn't believe it. I was like, why am I feeling this way again? You're cool. I don't know, man. They only care about CCV and on Twitch is mega fake CCVs. They're literally faking it till they make it. Maybe it's CCVs. Maybe it's just that I just don't seem like one of the cool people. You know? Like, maybe I just don't seem like one of those cool people because I make really cringy jokes and I don't really wear good fashion. I don't know. Maybe I'm just not trendy. You know? Show me someone on Twitch who's not cringe. I know, I agree. I think everybody on here is cringe. I agree. I definitely agree. But there's definitely a clique culture on Twitch chat. There's definitely a huge clique culture. And I don't fit in any cliques. I just, So I usually like, you know, when I go to these events, I'm usually sitting alone. Unless I take someone with me or but there are people though that are so nice in this scene. So fucking nice. And I love talking to them. And they really do have my back. There was one clique of people that actually actively ostracized me and actively made sure that I lost opportunities. I'm not gonna say who they were because I don't want drama, and it was a long time ago. But I remember there was this one big opportunity, and I don't know who exactly, but them as a group decided to gang up on me and kick me out of this one opportunity I was super excited about. And I knew it, and I learned about it that day. Saucy, thank you so much for the 5. Thank you. Thank you. Chat, 37 seconds left on the train. Oh my god, Ranger, what the fuck? Another one? Shit. Thank you, Ranger. Thank you. I mean, listen, hey, Rekka, thank you so much for the Prime. People can be so lame. Oh, Kratosh, thank you so much for the 5. Thank you. Happy Halloween. Well, thank you, Brian. Yeah, I don't think it was. I don't think it was. Okay, so like the reason why I don't blame them 100% is because I don't know if they were just like manipulated to being like this towards me, or like I just like I don't have the details, right? All I know is like what I've been told and what happened. So I don't know if like I don't know if it was them directly that did this or if it was just someone else that was pressuring them to do this because someone else had a grudge against me. You know, I don't know. But there was a time when I was actively getting ostracized and taken out of stuff. And it really sucked. Forbidden Donut, thank you so much for Prime. Thank you. But karma got them, so I don't give a shit anymore. Karma came, so I don't give a shit anymore. Actually, that's not true. I still give a shit, but
Call
Barry
dabbing.
Burton, thank you so much for Prime. Thank
Miko
you.
rocking the V2
Thank you,
outfit.
thank you.
Got to appreciate the fallback, D.
Barry Burton, thank you so much for 24 months. Yeah, God, I remember distinctly I wanted to go to this party because my friends were there. And this was the first time I found out about it. They legit told me, so I went through my manager, right? Because a lot of these parties are like managed by your managers. They told my manager, oh, Kumiko's not allowed. 53 day, thank you so much for 5. And that's when I knew exactly like, they've never been that direct before, but they were very direct that time, so Metal Corpse Man, thank you so much for the 10 and Cinder. Thank you so much for the Prime. Thank you. Oh my god, Wallaman as well. Thank you so much for the 10. Thank you. Oh my goodness. So many Giga Chats. Thank you guys. Thank you. Thanks so much for the gift subs, guys. We party without them? God, it just reminded me of fucking like middle school and high school. She's not allowed in here. And then after I found out about that, I was like, can we just like talk? Like, can we talk? Like, I think there's a misunderstanding. Like, they didn't want to talk. Hey, it's Nick. Thank you so much for tier 1 for 2 months. Thank you. 35% off prices are amazing. That is a lot. That is a lot. What's the common reason for these years? Listen, I don't want to say, like, I just don't want to say. I don't want to say. Because at the end of the day, you're always like, I'm always just thinking as well. It's like, it might not have been them. It might have just been like outside pressure of someone that hated me and was pressuring them to do things. Like, I don't know. Right? So, and for me, again, it's like, I always just want to, even if somebody was harmful to me and mean to me, like, unless it was like really bad, right? I want to give them a chance as well. Like, because a lot of times these things happen through misunderstandings, or they were hurt in the past or something, or etc. So I just want to be understanding, and like, because at the end of the day, I really do feel like people are just people, and that people aren't evil. So I think maybe one day I'll be able to talk to them about it. Maybe one day. But yeah, this is a different group of people, by the way. Not the group of people that was like being mean to me at a table. Also, I like things to be handled privately. Because I think once it gets out to public, unless it's like really needed, like in some cases, like if a person is like trying to like defame you, then and they're bringing the public into question, then like I understand having to defend yourself in public, right? But like when it comes to other things, I feel like 100% I'm more for dealing things with in private, because when things get out in public, it becomes like a telephone game and the victims get hurt. You know, the victims get hurt. And sometimes the perpetrators themselves might not actually be perpetrators. You know, it might have been a misunderstanding. It might have been a whole bunch of stuff. You know, and you're just playing a telephone game where people are making stuff up. And it's just not good, man. Yeah, court of public opinion is not a good idea. People don't know what the fuck they're talking about. People don't know who these people are. And they're just making guesstimates. People are like, you know, grouping up like it's a fucking sports team, and it's disgusting. And so like I personally think that a lot of things should be handled like outside of the public eye. And if people were mean to me, like I'm not gonna call them out and say their names. I just don't think it's right, you know, because for me, I do genuinely believe that a lot of things that happen could be misunderstandings. It could be a whole bunch of things. There could be a whole bunch of reasons on why people were horrible to you that day. You know, maybe they had a bad day. You never know. Like, you never know. Oh, thanks, creature. Thank you. 30 seconds left in the train? Shit! Well, we had a good train. We did. We had a good train. I mean, level 11? That's pretty fucking good, man.
Nuclear launch detected.
Yo, Assaulted. Thank you so much for the 2. Oh, shit. Oh, here we go. And, oh, I'm Bloopco. And I'm Bloopco. Court of public opinion online is more like a corporate court of cesspit. Yeah, I agree. Lord Kid, thank you so much for the 5. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, and like I think people just have a lot of misunderstandings, man. And also like I don't think people are very black and white, but when it comes to court of public opinion, it becomes very
If the
black and
taco
white.
tree is ever missing, I'm making a riot.
Hi, Melton. Thank you. You know, because people also project their own hatred and their anger to whatever other people's issues. People are black and white, but zebra crossings are. People are people. People are people. And people will do people things. But yeah, chat, I learned that the internet does not know nuance. Internet does not know nuance. These days, you know, I always try to not look at comments. But sometimes you know, one just comes across, right? And sometimes you can't avoid it. These days, whenever I see like a negative comment, I really do know that like a lot of times these negative comments are from like a dark place that they themselves are battling. Like the reason why they're being hateful is because they were hurt in the past by something, and this tweet reminded them of something, and it just that's their way lashing out, you know, and it has nothing to do with you and everything to do with them. So these days, like, yeah, like I think it's, I still don't like looking at comments, but I think it's one of those things where like it's helped me, like, you know, it's helped me a lot with being more active in my social media. Like before, I was a bit more afraid to being active on social media because I was afraid of what people thought. But then, like, over time, I think I've really learned, like, if they don't like me, they don't like me. And then, if they have some opinion that they don't align, or like they think I'm this or that, it's like, and then at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. Doesn't matter? I don't think so. I don't think it matters. Color Theory, thank you so much to tier 1 for 18 months. The only thing that matters is your community that likes you for the things that you build, and the fact that you have an outlet to be creative. Those two are the only things that you need to focus on. And that made me feel like more free, I guess. It made me feel so much more freeing. Oh no, keep reading comments. We love you. I do read some of the comments. Like, I do read comments and I do reply, but I don't read all the comments. I can kind of gauge, right? Because I've been doing this for such a long time that like, okay, so the first times I tweet out, sometimes I'll look, and I'll reply. But I do know that if I find something triggering and I reply, it's just gonna put more attention to this person, which is what they want. So, I have these like, ways to like only look at the top 2 comments. Okay, only look at the top 2 comments because they're usually positive. Don't scroll too far, because if you, and I do see some negative comments, but I think what's bad is when you just start consuming a lot of negative comments. I guess it's just like when you start really consuming a lot of it affects your mind. So like I try to stay away. In fact, I could actually tell if it's a negative comment with just the top 3. Like if I read 3 words, the first 3 words just kind of tell me everything. Because I kind of noticed this with Twitch chat as well. Trolls and people that want to hurt you kind of talk the same way. They kind of phrase things the same way. Yo, level 12! Thank you so much! I just realized we just ended our treasure train. Jesus, 96 subs and 8,555 bits. Wow, chat, you really treated me today. Freaking treating me today. But yeah, when like trolls and people that are hateful, they have a very certain way they talk, their patterns. It's everybody's like really similar to each other, and so within the first 3 words, I kind of can tell if this is gonna be a mean comment or not. So I just avoid those. Ah! Does it feel different when you do post with your VTuber model or with you or as yourself? So currently right now I've been doing a lot as myself because I don't have as much Komiko content, but I think I'm almost at the cusp of having the Twitter divorce, because I will say I get kind of sad when Komiko content does so much worse than Technician content, and partially it's my fault. Because there's been some banger Technician content lately, and I can understand why they would like those more. So when I say banger Technician content, I mean like a lot of engagement, So when I was getting a lot of engagement for Technician and not getting much on Komiko, I was like, holy shit, I really gotta I gotta do something. So I'm gonna split my Twitter and then move all the Technician stuff to one Twitter, and keep Miko stuff, my stuff, into my Komiko Twitter. Oh, please don't feel sad. It's you either way. I want like, I think it's not, how do I explain this? Like, I want my Komiko brand to be Komiko, right? And then I want my Technician Yuna brand, like myself, Yuna personally, as myself, into another Twitter Yuna account, so that I can have both of them and enjoy both of them. It's in like, I really enjoy being Komiko, right? So I want to preserve that. And I feel like I haven't been doing a good job in preserving my Komiko-ness. And so I don't want to lose Komiko. So I'm going to split it apart and then so that I can express this whole like side of me, this artistic side of me, continue to do so, you know? Okay, chatties. Follow me on TikTok or follow Technician on TikTok. She made a new TikTok, chat. I love you, chat. So I should probably get going now. Bye, babes. Anonymous, thank you so much. I love you. I love you guys. Bye, babes. Bye, Flippy. It was so good to see you again. Bye. Happy